You're either lighter than I expected, or I've gotten stronger. I'm not making fun of an injured person. I'm just impressed my own body isn't giving out here. We've been in non-stop combat and investigation for over a week. I guess I'm finally getting used to life being so exciting. She really is a terrible liar sometimes. You can see the sweat rolling down her face while she tries to help you walk. Shit, that demon hit you a lot harder than you were expecting. So, how are we going to walk in on this ceremony? Should we just kick the doors in mid-speech, or should we try to be stealthy? You're not wrong. I can't cast invisibility spells anymore, and there aren't enough places to hide in the shadows. Not to mention the fact I bet that homunculus would see through any disguise. I suppose I could do a grand entrance. Think you could pretend to be healthy enough to stand on your own? I won't look as hot or intimidating if I have a half-dead body of my companion hanging off me. Though feel free to leave some extra blood on me. Maybe it'll sell my power a bit more. All jokes aside, you think you can manage it. While the wounds sting, you don't think they're going to end up killing you. As soon as you begin to stand on your own, the archive doors start to open. The two of you prepare for an encounter, but a familiar face appears.
Oh, Heavenly Father, the two of you are in terrible condition. What happened?
A demon. Well, an 𝗔𝗯𝐿𝐵𝐻 happened. It was the companion of that fake deacon, so I figured we should try to take it out before the two of them commence the ritual together. I got off pretty easy, but my dear bounty hunter here, well, they took its fury head on. You wouldn't happen to have some extra spell slots available for healing, would you?
Of course, I don't know how much I can repair, as I'm only an acolyte of my craft, but I'll do everything I can. Please, just hold still for a moment.
You've only ever been healed by potions and Sorinah's magic before, so being healed by a cleric feels much different. Maybe it's just Sorinah, but her magic feels much more intense. It's strange to call magic seductive or enthralling, but part of you feels captivated by it. But this priest's magic, it feels clean, pure, and simple. Strange.
I hope that will be enough to hold your wounds together. I would ask Father Joseph to finish the rest, but he and all the other clergy were ordered to the prayer room. I was barely able to slip away to come and find you both.
Holy shit. You actually dispelled the mind control on your friends. Goddess damn. And you managed to make your way all the way here. Are you sure you just want to be a cleric bound to a church? You'd make a damn fine mercenary.
You are quite different from how you portrayed yourself the first time, Keeper Sorinah. I take it you aren't actually part of an order. I'm not sure I would fare well as a mercenary, but I take it the two of you have done just fine so far.
I suppose we have, but I still think you should consider leaving such a cloistered position. Trust me when I say, being locked up in a church will only stifle your growth and abilities. You can serve the public in much more creative ways if you're amongst them.
I suppose you may be right. I'll consider it.
Good. I normally have a keen eye for this sort of thing, but I digress. Now that my meat shield is in working order, we should stop that ritual, shouldn't we? Sorinah lightly jabs your shoulder and flashes a grin. That poor priest is going to get dragged into one of her schemes, isn't he? You may be out of spell slots, but that doesn't mean you aren't useful. I assume the commoners of this city have already started to fill the pews. I don't want them caught in the crossfire, so I'll need you to usher them out safely.
You want me to evacuate civilians? But what if they don't listen to me?
Oh, don't look so worried. I'll give you plenty of time by having some shitty monologue or something. But once spells begin to fly, you'll need to evacuate your fellow brothers and sisters of the cloth. I imagine their magic has already been slowly drained during this ritual process, so I doubt there'll be any help during this fight.
Yeah, I can try. No, I will definitely do it.
There's that fire. And you. Sorinah shifts her focus to you. You need to stay out of her range. I know I called you a meat shield, but your ability to resist her magic, well, it's terrible. If you end up getting controlled by her, I don't want to have to fight you as well. You're rather resourceful, though. I'm sure you'll find a way to be useful even if you can't be in her face. Maybe use those hunter instincts of yours. She surely has some weakness, and when you find it, use it. You muse to her. So what? She'll keep you safe while you're acting like a knight in distress in the distance? Oh, I'll certainly keep you safe. But if you think this is an excuse to slack off, you're sorely mistaken. Sorinah folds her arms and looks at both of you, excited. So, everyone knows their roles. Father Alias, you're on evacuation duty. Lamb, you'll try to look for a weakness or something to exploit from a distance. And I'll be head-on, trying to rip that bitch's throat out. Any questions? No? Good. I've got the perfect speech to kick things off. Well. If it isn't the vile imposter herself. How did it feel, thinking your devious plans were about to come to fruition? I'm sure you were quaking with excitement.
Oh my, an interloper has come to stray my sheep once more. Please, dear children of light, do not fret. I shall dispose this heretic before she causes more harm.
Blah, blah, blah. You say the same crap over and over. Can't you get more creative? But I suppose that's too much to ask of a creature with no soul. You're a homunculus, right? So free will isn't something you can quite understand. Creativity and being weak is kind of outside your purview. You must crave being real so much that you blindly think serving a dark lord would grant you that. It's honestly so pathetic. You notice Father Alias creeping out and starting to ask the parishioners to make their way outside.
Please, everyone, I need you all to quickly but orderly make your way towards the exits.
Luckily for you, we're here to end this little game of yours. Your existence alone was a mistake, and you were doomed to fail from the start. We've already slain your 𝗔𝗯𝐿𝐿𝐿. I'm sure his soul has already returned to the abyss to join his lord. Oh, but it's too bad when we kill you, you can't do the same. You'll just stop existing.
I've had just enough of your games. From your meddling to your taunting. I think I've put up with it for far too long.
As soon as the priest begins to help his brothers leave the prayer room, a deep crimson pentagram appears on the floor, and you feel your strength being sapped. Some of the clerics collapse on the spot, and even Sorinah grabs onto the wall to hold herself up.
This may not be enough life force to ascend my lord, but it will be enough to slay you all, here and now.
Goddess, you've gotten me too riled up. Let's see what you can do with this new power. Sorinah goes in straight towards the homunculus, and the two of them trade spell, strike, and insults. Even while Sorinah's weakened, it seems she's able to match the force of the fake deacon. Unfortunately, it seems like the creature is sapping more of all of your strengths, and that's likely only going to make it stronger. You start following a trail of blood from the sigil, as it seems to lead into a separate area, away from the main hall. You hesitate to leave Sorinah on her own, but Sorinah catches a glimpse of what you're doing and hastily nods while she counters the strike from a deacon. You follow what seems to be a blood trail to an exit door. As you open it, you find a red-haired woman, a cloaked mercenary, a drow, and a rabbit folk inspecting an obsidian star. You prepare your weapons for a fight, but the redhead speaks up.
Whoa there, calm down. We can just solve this with words and not weapons, can't we? You're not like some kind of mindless slave to a dark lord, are you? I think we can take that confused look as confirmation enough. I'm 𝗂𝐸 Strider, an adventurer of the Helping Hand. I heard about a vampiric woman terrorizing a church from the common folk, so I figured Sorinah was here and probably in a bit of trouble.
Wait, she knows Sorinah? She's here to help?
Yep, I helped her mercenary group a while back when she went AWOL. I'm not exactly on her good side, but maybe I will be once I help the two of you out. Know anything about disabling magic devices?
You admit you don't, but you want to return to Sorinah as soon as possible if 𝗂𝐸 knows how to.
I can't say I'm too proficient, but I know my buddy Zoro probably is. Oh, and I didn't introduce the rest of my party.
Ugh, you don't have time for this. You ask if you can borrow her bow and arrows.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're probably plenty worried about her. Here you go. Oh, they're running off. Maybe I should have gave them some healing potions first.
Rushing back in, you can see Sorinah getting weaker and weaker under the effects of this blood glyph. Even you are starting to feel the effects weigh on you.
You keep struggling, but it's fruitless. Give in and give up.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? You'll find that I'm too stubborn and spiteful to just lay down and accept fate.
And here I thought you had run off. Good to know you'll join them in death to fuel my own power.
I really hope you found something more useful than a bow, my dear lamb. This thing is regenerating all the damage I do. Almost on cue, the bloody pentagram dries up. The oppressive force once sapping your strength ceases. Looks like those adventurers were successful. Well, goddess damn, the sigil's been deactivated. Colored me impressed, lamb. I didn't think you had it in you. You got some help. That doesn't matter, I suppose. I need your help now.
Do not celebrate so soon. You are still weak from the ritual, and I'm still stronger. Nothing has changed.
That's the annoying thing about you lesser villains. You all spend too much time talking, ranting how flawless your plans are, and how powerful you all are. Well, how sad is it that everything you existed for is falling to ruin? Right here, right now.
You shouldn't be able to stop me.
My lord promised me. Never rely on a promise of a man in power. He'll always disappoint you. You line up a shot directly to the imposter's head, and one final... and the creature lays dead on the floor. You begin to make a joke when you see Sorinah also collapsed soon after. Leaping over the pews, you make it to her side and hold her up from the ground. You should see the look on your face. It's so stupid right now. Racked with fear and worry. You're going to get so many wrinkles on your forehead if you keep that up. I'm fine, I'm really tired. I think she took every ounce of strength I had. Part of me really thought that you wouldn't come back in time. But you did. You always have. You feel a surge of so many emotions rushing through you that you're unable to read your own thoughts. You can only do the one thing that's been on your mind this entire time. You raise her up to your own face, and you begin to kiss her. I normally haunt you for such an audacious act, but you're a good kisser. I'll let it pass. Next time, though, I won't let you get away with just a kiss. By the way, dear, that bow on your back looks familiar. You said you got help. Who was it?
Sorinah, we're here to help. Where is the... I didn't realize I was walking in on such a romantic moment. I'm so sorry. I promise I wasn't looking. Don't get mad at me.
𝗂𝐸𝐻𝐿 fucking Strider. Of course it was her. Why the hell are you even here, puppy?
Well, I was coming to see a nearby church for help. Devil problems, I guess. But then I heard about a vampire attacking a church, and someone said she had black feathers, so I thought, oh, maybe that's someone I know, and look at that! It was you.
Are you sure my brother didn't just send you after me to hunt me down and drag me back?
Well, about that, he may or may not have asked for help finding you, but only if I ran into you.
If you tell him a damn word about where I am, I will rip your goddamn throat out. Do I make myself clear? You see the 3 other companions of 𝗂𝐸𝐿 begin to grab their weapons. You stand up and try to defuse the situation by saying, Sorinah of course doesn't mean that. If 𝗂𝐸𝐿 knows Sorinah at all, she wouldn't really do that. Truthfully, you could totally see Sorinah doing that to someone as bright and as loud as 𝗂𝐸𝐿. But let's hope her party members believe she isn't so crazy.
Yeah, I know. She only threatens to kill me a lot. She's never actually followed through with it.
That's because my brother wouldn't let me.
Water under the bridge, no worries. Oh, but can I have my bow back? I'd appreciate it. Thank you. You guys don't mind if we handle the cleanup here, right? I'm sure my adventurer guild want to hear all about this. Oh, and I have to get aid for a pesky devil I'm dealing with. So I'll end up being stuck here for a few days anyways.
Be my guest, puppy. But if you try to take even a smidge of the credit that we did, I'll actually kill you. And that time, it wasn't an idle threat.
Wouldn't ever dream of it. Now go on and get out of here. Both of you look exhausted and, well, pretty banged up. If you go to the nearby inn and let them know 𝗂𝐸𝐿 sent you, they'll provide you with some healing potions in a room.
You don't have to tell me twice. Lamb, I have a request. Can you carry me back to the inn? I'm in too much pain, and honestly, I just want to nap on the way there. Why are you just staring at me? Come on. Pick me up. This is embarrassing. Sorinah extends her arms out towards you to be lifted up, and you just want to take in the scene a bit longer. You're not sure if it's the bashful blush or how she's looking up at you so sheepishly, but this rare sight shouldn't be given up so fast. But you suppose the two of you have earned the right to rest. Maybe her resting against you will be just as cute. You're really heartless to make me wait so long. Your humanoids are quite warm, though. You know that it makes you the perfect mattress to sleep on. Try to walk slow. It's rather comfortable in your arms.